So I meant to do this video like a lot earlier, but you know how life is. A bunch of other important stuff came up like Barbie Life in the Dream House, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how am I not still talking about that show is the real question. But okay, so 2014, the sequel to the smash hit DreamWorks masterpiece How to Train Your Dragon came out, called How to Train Your Dragon 2. I know, I can hardly believe it myself. Now, the first movie turned out to be a lot better than I expected, having never seen it until like, 2 months ago or whatever. And sequels are always better than the original, right? So come along, kids, let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. September is here, fall is here, the world continues to spiral into pandemonium, but hey, fall means back to school, new beginnings, etc. What better time to finally start learning that new skill you always wanted than right now, huh? And Skillshare is better than ever now. With even more class topics, now you can find classes based on whatever software itself you want to use, and Skillshare now tailors itself to be exactly what you need when you need it with their new user onboarding questionnaire. But Alex, how do I know where to start and where to go from there? I'm so glad you asked that question, conveniently. Well, Skillshare has the answer to all of this with what they call learning paths. Learning paths are where they've bundled several classes together all on the same topic to cover first starting out as a novice and then going all the way to professional skill level and everything in between. Let's say you're thinking about opening an Etsy store. On the learning path, they teach you how to even start thinking about your shop, then how to build it, how to take photos for whatever you're selling, and now suddenly you've got an Etsy store that's better than like 90% of all the other ones. And when I say Skillshare has almost any topic, I'm not kidding, okay? Here's just a few of the categories they have. Photography, graphic design, music, cooking, business, marketing, YouTubing. Like literally almost anything you could want to learn, it's here. So if this sounds interesting to you, guess what? The first 500 people who become Skillshare members using my link will get their first membership month completely free. You can do both of these learning paths I just mentioned completely free. You literally have nothing to lose. So click my link down below and get creative today. Okay, back to the show. As per the end of the first movie, now the Vikings and dragons are best friends and they do everything together.
This is Burke, the best kept secret this side of, well, anywhere. You see, where most folks enjoy hobbies like whittling or needlepoint, we Burkians prefer
complaining about our problems, but not actually solving them, because if I don't have something to complain about every day, then who even am I? So like I said, Burke has been completely transformed, and now dragon riding is the hot new thing. Currently, the kids from the first movie are doing some kind of like sheep-throwing Quidditch game, as you do, except a certain someone is nowhere to be found.
Ha! That's 9 for the twins! Astrid lags with 3! Fish legs and Snotlout Trail with none. And Hiccup is nowhere to be found.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did your son not, like, literally solve racism and kill a god a few years ago? And you're still over here like, yeah, well, he does know how to drive a manual stick shift, though. Something, participation trophy. While this is happening, Hiccup is off exploring and mapping distant lands with the help of Toothless, the only Night Fury left in the world, apparently. Except, of course, the Night Furies I get when I eat Taco Bell at like 11:30 at night and then my eyes shoot open. It's 3:25 a.m., cold sweat, mere seconds to make it to the bathroom before.
Looks like we found another one, bud. Oh, what? Do you want an apology?
You know, quick aside here, but Toothless looks a lot like our cat Bob. like, you see what I mean? Look at this chin. This is now a Bob the Cat fan cam video, by the way.
Just Bob and his 2.5 brain cells.
But whatever, anyway, so Astrid shows up because she and Hiccup are kind of a thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we sit next to each other in Algebra 2, and not to brag, but our hands totally touched once, okay? Now here we get a glimpse into what's going on with Hiccup and why he's trying to avoid his dad, again.
Where have you been?
Avoiding my dad.
Oh no, what happened now?
I wake up, the sun shining. I saunter down to breakfast thinking all is right with the world, and I get...
Son, we need to talk.
Not now, Dad. I got a whole day of goofing off to get started.
You know, there's nothing worse than someone you're dating doing an impression of you, and like it's so accurate, but like, hello, you're on your phone 80% of the time and you still pay this much attention to me? Maybe one day you can learn how to mimic me taking the trash out every week, huh? Anyway, so Hiccup is feeling some feelings because his dad wants him to take his place as a leader chief guy of the village.
You're all grown up. And since no chief could ask for a better successor, I've decided...
To make you chief! Oh my gods! Hiccup, that's amazing!
Oh, this is what I'm dealing with.
But remember, Hiccup is just this like kind of late 2000s Jonah Hill movie character, you know, where it's kind of like, man, I'm just a nerdy loser with no redeeming qualities. Wow, hello, I'm the hottest girl of all time, and you're just what I've been looking for. Want to go to prom with me? Which is actually weirdly accurate to real life, but whatever. My point is that there's no way he could ever be in charge of anything. Thus, he spends all of his time flying around with Toothless and exploring the world. So he and Astrid do that for a while, and here's where the movie finally gets going.
What happened here?
Hiccup!
So we come to find out that these dudes are dragon hunting pirates who live on this like ice covered whatever this is and hunt dragons, which I realize now is redundant, but whatever. Anyway.
What's the tail? Tie those legs up!
Is that what I think it is?
Stop!
Starfly! What are you doing?
Hold on a gosh darn second here. Hiccup has a flaming lightsaber now? What? I take back everything I just said. How's this dude not swimming in chicks? Like, shoot, I'll take you to prom. So this guy's named Eret, and he's working for someone called Drago Bloodfist. And he captures dragons to add to Drago's army. For what purpose, who can say, other than the fact that, like, having a dragon army is pretty freaking cool, you know what I mean? So Hiccup and Astrid save the dragon that got caught, and they head back home to tell Stoic about all this.
Finally decided to show up for work. Yay.
Sorry, got held up. Hey, Dad, could I have a word?
Then you're itching to tell me?
Not quite the itch you're thinking of, but...
Oh, trust me, son, yeast infections happen to the best of us.
Now, lesson 1. A chief's first duty is to his people. So, 41.
Well, can we just talk in private for...
40.
That's me! I'm next! Hey, I was ahead of you.
If we could just talk...
Okay, so this right here is an example of something that these movies seem to do a lot, which is like, no one can ever just talk. Like, Hiccup killed a dragon god, and he's still like, Dad, dragons, you know, like... But eventually, after stalling for approximately 4 years, Hiccup does tell his dad about the dragon trappers and Drago Bloodfist.
They are building a dragon army. Or at least the guy they work for is, Dargo Bloody Fist or something.
Bloodfist. Drago Bloodfist.
Yeah. Wait. You know him?
Now, upon hearing all this, Stoic gets really upset suddenly, out of nowhere, and just runs around telling everyone to close all the gates, lock up the dragons, and like, he's just kind of being a lot right now.
We fortify the island.
It's our duty to keep the peace.
Peace is over, Hiccup. I must prepare you for war.
Dad, if Drago's coming for our dragons, we can't wait around for him to get here. Let's go find him and change his mind.
Oh, some minds won't be changed, Hiccup.
Yeah, so turns out this Drago guy, very aptly named, by the way. It's like when a girl's named like Chastity or something, and like, you know that there's only 2 ways this could possibly go. Also, Drago's probably not even this dude's real name, okay? He's probably just like Roger from Kentucky or something. Like, you can't fool me. Anyway, this Drago guy is some kind of psychopath that Stoic knows because he sent dragons to kill like the entire Viking council years ago, and Stoic over here was somehow the only dude who survived.
In a cloak of dragon skin, devoted to freeing mankind from the tyranny of dragons. He alone could keep us safe if we chose to bow down and follow him. The rooftop suddenly burst into flames, and from it, armored dragons descended.
So obviously, upon hearing this, Hiccup figures that all Drago really needs is a good friend. And so he and Astrid fly back to the pirate ice ball thing and get themselves captured on purpose so they can hopefully meet Drago and teach him all about the power of friendship.
We give up. That's 1 Night Fury, 1 Deadly Natter, and 2 of the finest dragon riders west of Luktuk. That ought to make the boss happy, right? Excuse us.
But wouldn't you know, all their annoying dumb friends come to save them because Stoic totally knew what Hiccup was getting up to, okay?
Put me down! It's not loud. Wait, what are you doing?
See how well I protect and provide?
What is with all the nets?
You know, all these little side character dudes, like, they just have the biggest Ed and Eddie energy I've ever seen. Like, you know what I mean? Am I crazy? Especially this girl, who just gets, like, so into this Eret dude, like, so bad.
Watch it. That was
Close. Oh my. Me likey. Take me.
Wait, how can you even see this guy? He's like 4 miles away. What is this insane, like, hot guy radar you have? Well, okay, to be fair, I have the exact same superpower, but for mozzarella sticks. Anyway, so they all come to save Hiccup and Astrid, but Hiccup still wants to try talking to Drago, so he just flies off on his own to figure out what to do. Cause, like, you know, sometimes you just gotta think about life, man.
Oh, come on, Dad. Really?
So this new mysterious person actually ends up capturing Hiccup and dragging him and Toothless all the way to some kind of secret somewhere. And here's where the movie just goes off doing whatever it wants, I guess.
Hiccup.
Could it be?
Should I know you?
No, you were only a babe, but a mother never forgets.
Yeah, so just kind of out of nowhere, Hiccup is reunited with his mom, who he thought was dead for 20 years, and also who's now a dragon rider, even though that wasn't really a thing until like 4 years ago, but hey, what do I know? Also, his mom's like really freaking weird.
This is where you've been for 20 years? You've been rescuing them. Unbelievable.
You're not upset?
What? No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but like, why does your head kind of look like a Dorito, Mom? So yeah, Hiccup's mom has been living among the dragons for 20 years, which honestly, like, goals, am I right? You know, because I mean, this lady has like 400 dragons at her beck and call. Meanwhile, all I have is 2 strip malls the same distance away from me.
You must be hungry.
Yeah, I could eat.
Good.
So they fly out to the middle of the ocean, and then this happens.
Hey, I thought we were going to eat.
Oh, we are!
Haha, yeah, cool, Mom. But like, seriously though, when are we gonna eat? Or should I just like die? But then they go back to the dragon nest place, and like somehow Hiccup's dad is there, just like in this super secret hidden dragon fortress that no one has known about except his mom for like 20 years.
We can't wait around for Drago to attack this place. We've got to find him first. Let's go.
Easy now.
You kidding me? How did you get in here?
Say we were getting you out.
It's like, the writer's room for this movie must have just been like, okay, so how do we get Stoic into the dragon's nest to find Hiccup? So like, what if he's just there? Holy crap, you're a genius.
Wait, okay, Dad, there's something you need to know.
Yeah, tell me on the way.
Well, this isn't an on-the-way kind of update, actually.
I've heard enough, Hiccup.
More of the earth-shattering development variety.
Would you just frickin' say what you're trying to say? Or say anything at all, please? Anyway, so after this goes on for way too long, Stoic realizes that his long-lost wife has actually been here the whole time and didn't run off with some hot Brazilian pilot named Raul after all.
I pleaded so many times to stop the fighting, to find another answer, but did any of you listen? Stop being so stoic. Go on. Shout, scream, say something.
You're as beautiful as the day I lost you.
No, but like seriously though, drop me that skincare routine, honey, because like you've been living in this cave for 20 years and you still look like this? I gotta rethink my whole life. Oh, also, just in case you're wondering, Hiccup's mom ran away 20 years ago because she thought dragons were actually good and nice and she didn't want to fight them anymore. So, sorry Hiccup, looks like you're not that special after all. Now, while all of this is happening, Astrid and friends decide to work with Eret to have him take them to Drago because they think Hiccup has been captured by him.
Anyone coming?
I don't know, you just keep doing what you're doing. Keep cranking.
What? Now, the plan was to break Hiccup out of whatever jail Drago has him in, but remember, Hiccup's not there, so now all these kids are just captured instead.
Turns out there's a whole bunch of them out there. They're
How many?
Drago doesn't have them after all.
You know, this is where the movie kind of starts to get really messy for me, because like, so Hiccup is worried about being village chief, but also there's these pirates who are capturing dragons, but also they're working for this cartoonishly one-dimensional villain who's building a dragon army, because that's what evil guys do. But also Hiccup's mom shows up after 20 years, and she also has a dragon army. Like, there's just like so much happening in this movie all at once.
They know we're missing, and they have tracking dragons. If you so much as touch us, Hiccup is gonna kick.
Hiccup. He's not a problem. Really. Trust me.
He's only the son of Stoic the Vast, his heir to the throne of Berk, and the greatest dragon master this world has ever seen.
But anyway, after talking for a while, Drago himself decides to go attack Hiccup's mom's dragon's nest. You know, the super secret one that no one knew about until like 4 minutes ago, but now everyone knows exactly where it is for some reason. And like the end of the movie is kind of just action scene after action scene, like you know how it is. The big emotional moment comes when Drago kills Hiccup's mom's alpha with his own alpha that he just kind of has, you know, because the big monster go boom boom. And then he uses his alpha to control Toothless and do evil villain stuff.
Toothless, no! Toothless!
Hiccup! Stop! Son!
Dad! No!
Man, you know, I said this back in my video about the first movie, but like, I do have to respect DreamWorks and their willingness to actually put like heavy permanent things in these movies. Cause like, you know, Pixar, Disney, Illumination, like all their movies, it's like, and then everything turned out perfectly fine because consequences don't exist. But then DreamWorks is over here like, okay, so what if Hiccup's leg got cut off and his dad died? Like these people made Shrek.
May the Valkyries welcome you.
and lead you through Odin's great battlefield. May they sing your name with love and fury, so that we might hear it rise from the depths of Valhalla, and know that you've taken your rightful place at the table of kings.
But so, now Stoic is dead just in time for Hiccup's mom to come back into his life. So now Draco's alpha controls like every dragon everywhere, and so he goes to attack Burke. But then Hiccup and friends use these baby dragons to go stop it, because thanks to the power of happenstance, baby dragons are not controlled by the alpha. And so long story short, thanks to the power of friendship, Hiccup breaks the spell on Toothless, and now they're best friends again, because Hiccup knows it wasn't actually Toothless's fault. And then together they beat up the bad guys.
Now do you get it? This is what it is to earn a dragon's loyalty.
Yeah, Drago, the real magic is friendship. But yeah, so the day is saved, Burke is fine, and Hiccup decides to become the new village chief dude guy.
Your father, he'd be every bit as proud as I am.
Thank you.
See? I told you it was in here.
You're still doing that one. That's hilarious. Come here, you.
And that's pretty much where the second How to Train Your Dragon movie comes to an end. So like, these movies are still a lot better than I thought they'd be. I do think the second one tries to do like too much, you know, like the very common like sequel problem where they try to expand the world too much too fast. But overall, like, yeah, I can totally see why people love these movies so much, especially against other CG movie series from the same time, like Hotel Transylvania or Despicable Me or whatever. Like the How to Train Your Dragon movies, they're just up in their own level, you know what I mean? Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.